Good to be joined once again here by Coach Gilliland. And Coach, appreciate you joining us today.
It's always good to have day one.
Feel great out here. For me, this is my first one. I've been here 5 days, but it was great to come out here and be with the boys. How did you feel getting out here in the first day out in the sun and getting your first couple hours in?
It's always exciting. We forget how hot it is in Livingston this time of year, but we actually had a little breeze today. It wasn't that bad, but it's just excitement that comes with day one, and that's just like I told the team at the start of it. If you can't get excited and fired up, then you need to check your pulse because something's wrong. Day one's not the time that you usually have to really try to motivate them.
You think coming in, we have over 100 in camp. I think we said, 104 show up. How nice do you feel with the numbers coming in to start out?
It's good. It's decent. There's a few areas I wish we had a little more depth, but it is what it is. It's what we got now.
How much did it help too? Going in the summer, we talked about you had over 80 players stay here through the summer to keep running. How much does that make an impact on your program too?
Well, it makes an impact because they're in better shape. It's so much easier to get yourself in shape when you're getting pushed by our strength staff and you're out there with your teammates. So that's the best part of it. They're in better shape, so we can push them a little harder earlier on in camp and not be as worried about a conditioning injury.
This one's kind of a twofold question, but first of all, does it feel like you've been here 9 years as the head coach? And second of all, how much do you think you've kind of gained perspective-wise being around the program now, that many years leading it?
Oh, well, it's flown by. I know. The other day I was trying to count it up. So, yeah, it doesn't feel like 9 years, but it gained a whole lot. When I got here, I was a dumb 32-year-old that didn't know what he was jumping into, and just gained so much throughout the years, and have such great staffs that have been a part of each of these years, and a great one this year. So the perspective has definitely changed a whole lot as we've gone through.
It's been weird over the course of the past few years. Of course, we had the COVID year a couple of years ago. You guys got a few games in. Last year had that full season. How do you feel this year now that we've kind of got through that? How much different do you feel this year? Because, last year we still had a lot of unknowns about, are we going to get a full season and get a full year in?
That's right.
Now you go into this year, it's almost like we're back to normal a little bit. How did you feel coming into this year?
It feels that way. It feels like, not quite as many scheduling hurdles. We're not scheduling as many test times and all this stuff. So, that does feel a lot more like normal. We were able to take a lot and adjust the schedule back on a lot of things. So, so that was really good. And like you said, it almost feels normal. We know it's still out there and we still got to guard against, but it's feeling better than it has the last two falls, for sure.
And last thing for you too, Coach, going into the offseason, what were kind of some of the main things you look to make an impact on going into this year?
Oh, well, the biggest is who's going to be our quarterback. And, that's kind of where it always starts, right? So we got a big challenge to get some guys there that are going after it, and they all look good today. It's going to be a fun battle, and I love to see it. And so that's the biggest question mark. And then just shoring up some things on some. We got a good nucleus of guys returning that have been in our program, played a lot of GSC ball, so that's always good to have that nucleus. And now it's just fitting things around them and getting 11 new guys, that haven't all worked together before to work together.
All right, Coach, really appreciate it. Appreciate you having me out. Looking forward to the rest of the camp and the season.
Thank you. Go Tigers.